Hello everyone out there in YouTube land. How is everybody today? Hope you're doing good. I've got something. This is Leo, by the way. This is Leo with the Hillbilly Files. See, got a hat, prove it, and everything. Today we are in a little bitty town called Gilbert, West Virginia. And I'll show you the town a little bit later before I head out. This here is, it's about 30 minutes from my house. Of course, it's about an hour the way I had to go. I had to do some other video on the way, but we got here. But anyway, this is, like I said, this is a half hour, 45 minutes from my house, something like that. But Gilbert is a, it's an old coal town, you know, but with the decline of coal, that kind of thing. You know, coal's kind of went bust these days, you know, like the old boom towns out west, old ghost towns. Gilbert is, well, they were the first. When the Hatfield McCoy trail system got going, Gilbert was the first town to fully embrace the trail system. And they have National Trail Fest here. For a few days a year, this town hosts what's called National Trail Fest. And there will be thousands and thousands and thousands of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, everything you can possibly imagine, and they just cruise back and forth. The town is right down this way. We're actually in the city limits. But anyhow, I've got something really special to show you guys today. Something really, truly unique. Real Appalachian Americana at its finest. Now, I want to start this one off with a question, a simple question. If I say the words Devil Anse Hatfield, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Is it the feud? Probably the feud, right? What's the second thing that comes to mind when I say Devil Anse Hatfield? Are you thinking about moonshine? It's okay, you can say it, it's cool. It's okay. Now today we are at the Hatfield Moonshine Distillery in Gilbert, West Virginia. Now this is a local, you know, it's obviously it's a small time operation. Local guy knew what he was doing, knew how to do this, and he started doing it. Now he uses Devil Anse's actual recipe. So when you buy this moonshine, this is actually Devil Anse's moonshine. This is his recipe. The guy that owns this, his name is Chad, and he's going to show us around here. He's going to show us around a little bit. So if everybody's ready, let's go on in and we'll take a look at the distillery. Look at those. But they have a little restaurant when you come up. They have a little restaurant here. You can sit down and have a bite to eat. Oh, it smells good in here. It smells like biscuits. It smells like biscuits in here. Old barrels. Look at that. Stickers and... And guys, this is Chad here.
How you guys doing?
This is our gracious host for the day.
Absolutely. Good to be on here with you guys. It's always a pleasure and get to share the rich history of Hatfield McCoy. We've been dabbling in it. My mother-in-law and her family, you know, they're the real deal, but I've been dabbling in it since about 23 years ago, but as a company since 2012. We've got a distillery, we've got a bar and grill, which I'll show you guys and take you on a little tour of how we do it, what we do, and where we do it.
Cool.
You want to start in here? Or?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Wherever
you can walk around here.
Okay.
So guys, this is the working part of the distillery. These are the mash tanks. That's where we keep all of our mash at. Everything starts here. This is a 300-gallon mash tank. As you can see, it's ready to go. We'll probably run shine tomorrow on it. It's 300 gallons, all corn, just straight corn. It's been fermenting now about 7-8 days. We'll transfer it over to our stills and run it off tomorrow. So that's the mash. And then if we turn over here, we'll come over to the working steel. This is a 500-gallon all copper steel. As you can see, it's a pretty good size. We'll transfer that 300-gallon over tomorrow, and we'll run it in this steel. She'll hold 500-gallon, but we'll be running in real time about 300-gallon. So this one takes about, to run 300-gallon off, it'll take about 18, 19 hours to run it off. We run it off slow. So we'll run it here. Once we're done or once we start running, the way it works, we'll turn it on. Alcohol starts to boil at about 172 degrees. So the steam will rise up through that big column. The steam will rise up through the column, come around, hit the condenser, and then our finished product will come out right here. This will be where the moonshine comes out. So 18, 19 hours later, we'll have a complete 30, 40 gallon off of this.
Really?
Yep. Take about 18, 19 hours.
That thing looks cool, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
It looks really cool.
Yeah, it's a brute. It's 500 gallon. 500 gallon. But we have 3 steels that we use. This one's 100 gallon. This is our 100 gallon. This is our oldest one. We've had it since back in 2012. It's basically the same principle. We'll pump the fermentation into here, close it, boil it. The vapor will rise up through this big column and come around, hit the condenser, and then our finished product on this one comes out right there.
What's the glasses for?
Really, they're just sight glasses. They really don't serve no purpose. If you don't know what you're doing, you can look in them and see the steam raising and all that. But for somebody like me, they're just on there for looks.
Somebody knows what they're doing, don't need. Yeah.
But you know, they make the flute look a little better, and it just happened to come that way. That's how I build it. So it's they're on there.
There you go. It looks really good.
Oh yeah.
It looks really cool.
Well, this is 100 gallon, guys. So we just seen a 500. This one's 100, and this one's a 250. So we can run in essence of about 850 gallons a day.
Really?
We don't.
That's a lot of moonshine.
That's a lot of moonshine.
That's a lot of moonshine.
It's a lot. We don't, but we can.
So, Devil Ance's recipe, right?
Yeah, we use the real Hatfield and McCoy recipes. We have the Hatfield recipe from my mother-in-law, Nancy. Everybody knows Nancy Hatfield right here in Gilbert, West Virginia. She's the oldest of the Hatfields. So that's how we got the Hatfield. And then we had permission from Mr. Ronald McCoy from Mann. I grew up with him. He's the oldest of the McCoys, and he's the real deal, straight back to old Randolph McCoy. We have 2 of his recipes, which is the real McCoy and old Randall's recipe. The same way we have with Hatfield recipe, we have the Drink of the Devil, the Devil's Fire, the Devil's Pride whiskey, and our famous double barrel bourbon, which I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys all the ones that we push out. But yeah, we have the original authentic recipes from both families.
That is insanely cool. That is really cool.
So if you ever get any liquor that don't say Hatfield and McCoy on it, it ain't the right one. So make sure you come to Gilbert, get the real Hatfield McCoy moonshine. We'll go over here and I'll show you guys our showcase of what we do, how we push them out.
It's not bad police work.
Yeah.
So guys, right here's our big ones that we push out. These are all Hatfield recipes. This is the Drink of the Devil. It's a 90 proof straight. This is the Devil's Fire. It's an 80 proof cinnamon. We tell people, you know, it's in the category with Fireball, but on steroids. This one's stronger.
Really?
Yeah. So these are our bourbons. This is these 3 here are all the same, other than the bottle size and shape. That's our double barrel bourbon.
That is cool, isn't it?
Absolutely.
That is insanely cool.
Absolutely. The only place you can get that's right here in Gilbert, West Virginia, right here.
You heard that, guys. Come on down.
That's it. This one's our Devil's Pride. It's our newest one out. It's a barrel finished 7 months or better whiskey. It's 90 proof. Finishes up real clean, real smooth. It's doing really well. So these are the ones that we, you know, showcase. like I said, we do have McCoy recipes. We're actually getting ready to run some next week. Stay tuned for that. They're Old Randall and the Real McCoy. They do well as well. Nothing, you know, the Hatfields just seem to do a little better, but the McCoys do good as well. They're the original recipes. So if you come here to get these, you can also come in and eat, sit down.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. So what's the strongest?
Well, the strongest of them is going to be the Straight White Lightning, the drink of the devil. It's 90 proof. Cinnamon's 80 proof. The bourbon's 80 proof, and then the whiskey's 90 proof. Yeah.
Fun stuff.
Absolutely. They'll all get you where you want to be quick.
No doubt, brother. No doubt.
They'll get you there.
Get you there in a hurry.
Yeah. Yep. But along while you're here looking at the bourbons and all of our products, you can sit down, you can have a beer, you can drink, you can eat. This is our new bar and grill that we put in the middle of last summer.
Looks really good.
Yeah, it turned out great. We have a full bar staff plus waitresses. It's right now we're just doing Friday and Saturday, but next week we'll probably go Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. As you can tell, we cater to the trail riders and locals, everybody that comes in. We love to have even locals and everybody that comes in.
Yeah, history nuts, all the above.
All the above.
That's
Anybody that's looking for the real Hatfield McCoy history, and right here on this is the Hatfield home place. My mother-in-law grew up here. Now we have it, so it's still in the family of the Hatfields. But you can come up, take a tour of the distillery, sit down and eat a burger, Phillies, ribeyes, whatever you want. We have a full menu.
And then get drunk.
That's it. You can sit right here and they'll make you a mixed drink from a shot of bourbon to sampling moonshine. You know, it's a good time.
I heard that. I heard that, man. You're on the right track. I like your place. I like this, man. This looks really good up here. I like the little windy road and everything.
Yeah,
every detail.
It's a little bit of a chore to get up here, but I think that goes along with keeping it authentic, keeping it
I agree.
to its roots.
Everything here is uphill both ways.
That's it. So everybody remembers back in the days of Hatfield McCoy, you didn't just drive up to the town and walk in a big store. You know, that wasn't the way they worked. They was up on the mountains. Most of them was secluded away from everybody.
That's true. That's true.
They went through the mountains to do any of their businesses and all that. So we keep it on the mountain just like they do.
There you go. There you go.
And it's right here on the Hatfield home place.
No doubt.
Absolutely.
No doubt. And then one of the coolest towns around too. Gilbert is an insanely cool town. I mentioned that out front. You know, trail tourism.
Yep.
Gilbert was the first to jump in when everybody was trying to get together local towns to do something. Gilbert did something.
Yeah, they tried to be the trendsetters of the trails and bringing economic growth, stability to this region.
Yeah, definitely.
In my opinion, Gilbert has stepped out and put their front feet forward, which all of them has. I mean, I think now Logan has done great. They continue to do great. They got good leadership, as well as Matewan, Tug Valley. You know, I think that the trail system has pretty much motivated all of our local towns and to kind of say, well, we're going to get on and do it right.
And do something.
Yeah. Develop Mingo County, Logan County. I mean, develop all of them to a point to where everybody wants to come.
Yeah,
all walks of life, not only trail riders. I mean, I get a lot of people that's just history nuts wanting to
definitely.
learn about the Hatfields and McCoys. So if you want to learn about the Hatfields and McCoys, you come to Gilbert.
That's it.
Because that's where it started.
That's what most of my tours are is, people, historic stuff,
I mean, you can take tours.
Excuse me.
Take tours with you guys, and obviously, where the horses are at and all that. And go up and see old coal mine sites, strip jobs. I mean, there's
mountains of stuff to see.
Yeah.
Yes, there is. There is.
Yeah, absolutely.
But man, this place is really awesome. I really like this.
I appreciate it.
Like I said, man, you've done really well up here.
I appreciate you.
You sure have. Looks great.
Absolutely.
So, do you make a lot? Do you?
Yeah, we make quite a bit. This is our busy time of season. Just now coming into it. So our bourbon's doing really well. But you got to age it 4 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we age our bourbon 4 years in
Really?
barrels. Yeah, oh, yeah.
So is that what those
Yep.
are for?
Yep.
Is that what that is?
Yep.
Okay, I noticed those when I came in.
Yep, those are bourbon barrels. They're all full. Got nine barrels there.
Wow.
They're
So
all-
just out of curiosity, what's that worth?
well, you know, you got to sit on it 4 years. You know, time you sell a bottle, and it just depending on how full your barrel is and how the bottles work out. But you know, you're sitting on it 4 years, so it does good. I can't give a secret away for sure.
Okay. I'm just curious.
Right.
Just curious.
Right.
Just curious. It
I mean,
looks really cool
we
sitting up
sell
there.
a bottle of moonshine for $30. It's really
Well, that's not bad.
$27.88
That's not
plus
bad
tax.
at all. That's not bad at all. That's
Yeah.
more than reasonable.
Yep.
That is more than fair. You know, especially for something, you know,
Yep. Authentic.
high quality,
Yep.
you know, Devil Ance's recipe, no
That's it.
doubt. No
That's
doubt. And it's the only place in the world you can get it.
That's it.
Nobody else is even.
Nope. The bourbon, you have to come to the distillery and get it. The White Lightning and the Cinnamon, you can go to the ABC stores in West Virginia, North Carolina, and get it.
Oh, really?
But,
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's
If
cool.
you want
So
the bourbon or the whiskey, you have to come to the distillery in Gilbert.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. This is really nice, man. I really like it. I really
Thank you,
do.
brother.
Nice restaurant. The whole place is cool. It sure
Appreciate
is.
it.
Yeah, it's good to see, you know, it's good to see locals trying
Oh
to,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Well, we've been doing it since 2012. I mean, we decided to do it and keep it real, keep it the way that, you know, my mother-in-law would said that it would have been, you know, back
Yeah,
in Devil
yeah,
Ance's days in
yeah.
Randall. So we keep it true to form.
Right. Well, that was their sipping stuff there. That
That's
was,
it.
you know, to what they, you know, they did, you know, like the more hardcore stuff, but
Yeah.
generally speaking, that was what, you know, you went for, was something
yeah.
like that. You know, you didn't just grab the 200 proof
Right.
corn liquor and, you know, burn a hole in your throat.
Well, you know, a lot of distilleries, we make all of our product. We, from fermentation to running it to do it all, from step one to finish, we do every bit of it in-house. A lot of companies buy spirits, they have them trucked in, toted in, delivered in. We don't do that.
Right.
We ain't never had a drop toted in.
Well,
put in
this
the
is
bottle.
this was the original way.
This
You know,
is
this
the
is how it
original
was
way.
done.
That's
You know,
right.
this is the way it's done.
So
You
for
know,
us,
literally.
that's where it's at for
Yeah,
history.
yeah, that's really
History
cool.
set the stage for us to do it right, so that's how we're going
That
to
is
do it.
really cool, man. That is really cool. I love that.
Absolutely.
I love it. I love it.
Absolutely.
But anyway, I guess we're gonna get on out of here.
Well, guys, it was a pleasure. If you need anything at all, come up and
Hey,
see us.
same to
We're
you.
open-
Same to
we're
you.
open 6
What-
days a week.
We'll have to come back over one of these times when you're running some
Come on
shine.
and come over and sit down and eat a bite.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah,
We'll have to do that.
Absolutely.
We will have to do that.
It's always
Very
a
much
pleasure,
been my
brother.
pleasure to meet you. Very much
Absolutely.
my pleasure. Thank you for
Oh, yeah.
thank you for
Anything
showing
I
us
can
all
do to
around
help
a
you,
little
brother,
bit.
I'll
Thank
do
you.
it.
Thank you
We're
very
in it
much.
to win it.
Yeah, that's it. Amen,
So-
brother. Amen. I figured since we were here, I'd just drive through town real quick, through Gilbert, and show you the town real quick. Now, this little section right here, the whole place is only, I think, 1.5 miles long, something like that. But during Trail Fest, this entire section of road will have ATVs, side-by-sides, dirt bikes, just thousands and thousands of them. And you know, when they out cruising the trails, and they'll come back down on the evenings, and they just cruise back and forth, and there's just thousands of them all through here. But anyway, I just thought I'd cruise through and, you know, show you guys the town just a little bit. Gilbert, West Virginia. It's all laid out. It's like a long snake, sort of, in between two tall mountains, and it just follows the creek, you know, the wide spots, buildings on both sides. But I thought I'd show you guys the town. Sorry about the wind. It's a fun thing to do. You know, Trail Fest is tons of fun, but realistically it's probably not the best time to ride trails because so many people are here. And that's where you go up to the Moonshine Distillery right there. And there's a lot of, you can rent houses here. There aren't really any hotels, that sort of thing, but there's all sorts of like that. You know, people that own houses, they'll set them up as trail rental houses and list them on Airbnb, that sort of thing. But that actually works out really good for you guys, for people who come down, trail riders, tourists, because it means you get these really, really nice full houses all to yourself for about what a hotel costs. You know, for the price of a hotel room, you get an entire house. But anyhow, we'll be coming up on the Guy and Dot River here just in a second. Like I said, the whole town's only, I think it's like 1.5 miles long, the whole town. And we're coming up on the town of Gilbert. It's just right up here. There's a little Dairy Queen. I remember back in the day, we worked for this dude, I don't want to say who because he's still around. He thought we were working, but we were over here at this Dairy Queen talking to girls. What is it now? It's not a Dairy Queen now, it's a pizza place right there. But this is the old school and the town of Gilbert City. Grocery store over there. This is the Guy and Dot River. Let's look at that. How pretty this place is. All these old, you know, West Virginia coal towns. A lot of them, you know, with the downturn of coal, you know what I mean, for whatever reasons we're not going to get into right now. A lot of towns, a lot of them went under. You know, they didn't make it, and they're just little ghost towns now. And, you know, Gilbert's it's lost some. It has lost some. But they've at least tried to capitalize on the tourism industry, and they've done well. They have managed to do well for themselves. Now this is basically the residential area right there, about 6 blocks here, and the rest of town is that one little straight stretch that I just brought you guys in, and that is the entire town. It ends right down here. Wild, isn't it? Just a little West Virginia coal town that, in all honesty, well, it probably should have died with the downturn of coal. Anyway, like I said, guys, I appreciate y'all coming along. I just thought I'd show you a little bit of the town real quick before we headed back out. Hey guys, little extra edition for you right here. You know how you're running around, you're doing historic videos, you're in historic countryside, you know what I mean, that sort of thing. And there's all kinds of little hidden gems just scattered all around the area, and this right here is one of them. Now, aside from the tire and the bucket, a little bit of wood somebody's dumped off here and there, but this is on US 52 on top of, it's called Horsepen Mountain, just off of Route 44. Devalance Hatfield's house is just his old home place where the museum is right down this road here, just a few miles down the road. But this place is called Horsepen Mountain. Now you might wonder how a place out here in the middle of nowhere on the top of a mountain, and that's exactly where we are. We are literally on top of a mountain here. How or why would some place like this get a name like that? Horsepen Mountain. That's kind of an odd name, don't you think? For a mountain peak in the middle of nowhere in southern West Virginia. Well, this is why we're here. Let me step over here. I gotta go through the weeds as usual. You can see it, but I want to get in front of it so you guys can see it good. That little road that I just showed you right there, okay? Horsepen Mountain. This is, the historic marker by the side of the road here. It's one of those little obscure sites you would totally miss if you don't know where it's at. You're not going to find it. I'll put it that way. But Horsepen Mountain, nearby Boiling Baker, white leader of the Shawnee Indians and husband of Aracoma, the daughter of Chief Cornstalk. Now that's, remember we mentioned her from Logan, West Virginia, Princess Aracoma, same one. Anyway, the daughter of Chief Cornstalk held horses stolen from the white settlements, from white settlers. They'd steal horses and they'd bring them right back in there. It's called Horsepen Mountain. But anyhow, recovery efforts by owners in effect exterminated the Baker's adopted tribe. And this sign was put up here in the Historic Commission in 1963. But it's just been sitting here all these years. And, it's got some bullet holes and stuff in it. But other than that, nobody ever comes up here. And, I just thought I'd stop. Like I said, it was on the way back. And, I've came up here before. Check that out, how pretty. Other than a little bit of litter. Just look at that. Stuff like that just all over the place here. Of course, there's a few water weeds too. But just kind of an interesting sight. Kind of wild, huh? Horsepen Mountain. Anyway, I just thought I'd stop here. Like I said, thought I'd stop on the way by and show you all this place. And smells great. Honeysuckle, blooming. It just smells great here. It smells really nice. Anyway, thank you guys for joining us today. We appreciate you for joining us. Thank you again. You guys have a great day. From the Hatfield McCoy Moonshine Distillery. Leo out.